Well, hello everybody. Today I am coming to give you my 2026 bridge account update. Now, if you are not familiar with what bridge accounts are, please check out my bridge account video where I kind of explain what they are and how they're used, or you could check out my retirement video that will explain how I'm using these accounts toward my retirement goals. Now, I started this series to show you kind of some realistic growth in a investment account. I started my Roth IRA in May of 2025 with an initial deposit of $4,000.02. And then I started my Fidelity account in the same month, May of 2025. However, those funds were transferred from a stash account that I had been piecemealing for a few years beforehand. The initial deposit into Fidelity was $6,100 roughly. So I'm going to go over those accounts and we're going to see where they are today compared to last month. And then we're going to do some cash stuffing because I'm going to do some cash stuffing for my 2027 Roth investment progress. So I am currently cash stuffing. I'm doing a 100 envelope challenge to get the additional funds to hopefully max out my Roth IRA for the year of 2027. So if you are interested in seeing some investment growth, stay tuned. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this Roth IRA. I am currently sitting at $16,210.66 in this account. My initial investment, as I said earlier, was $4,000.02. The 2 cents came from some interest before it started accumulating growth. And I have deposited an additional $10,700 into this account. Our appreciation only, which is just our growth, has been $1,341.55 since the inception of this account. But I have also gained some dividends in this account, which add up to $201.74. So that has come from just dividends. And then 83 cents has come from interest. Now, I do have fees on this account, and for right now, I'm good with them. I may end up transferring this one to Fidelity eventually, but right now I'm good with where we're at. And I have paid $33.48 in advisory fees and $54 in transaction fees. Now, that $54 has already come out of what they consider to be my appreciation. So you'll see that once I get to my spreadsheet. But that is where we are, you guys. $16,210.66 since inception in May of 2025 with a $4,002 deposit. I'm going to have to voice over this section because I had audio playing in the background. But Fidelity is sitting at $10,884. And you will see my net deposits as $3,522.79. And that is because this is going by calendar year. So the May 2025 initial deposit is not included. I am contributing $300 a month to this account. I'm trying to do that moving forward. And I did so this month. You can see there. I am in the red for the month, but it's just how the market goes. It's up and it's down. You never know what's going to happen. So this is where we are right now, and hopefully it will go back up and we will get into the green. Now, I also wanted to point out this weighted rate of return at the top. You'll see 14.14 here, but that is not how I calculate for my purposes. I just am totaling the total returns along with any dividends against what I have invested. So you will see a slight difference on my spreadsheet versus what is listed here. the amount will be a little lower for returns. My last update in May for Fidelity, we were at $10,379.73. And we're currently at $10,884. And that's with a $300 deposit this month. Now we have, I count appreciation, dividends, and interest all together, which I have gained $1,260.86 for that in the Fidelity account. And appreciation only is $1,012.97, so not bad. The market's been up and down. And the Roth, I had $13,593.38 back in May. I currently sit at $16,210.66. Now, that's because I did do a $2,100 additional deposit for a total deposit of $2,250 this month. And the appreciation, dividends, and interest on this account is $1,544.12 with those $33.48 in fees. So if I look at my current versus previous, currently I have deposited $24,323.16 in these two accounts. So I'm counting them together. And I have gained $2,771.50 for a total on the two accounts of $27,094.66. But previously, I had deposited $21,773.16 with $2,199.95 in gains, and I was sitting at $23,973.11. So you can see how that went up. Even with my deposits, I did deposit $2,550, but the gains and the totals still exceed that. So I've made some progress. Fidelity, my calculation, like I said, is based on simply appreciation, dividends, interest versus what I have invested. I sit at 13.1% in that account. And same thing for Roth, less the fees because I do offset by the fees. I'm sitting at 10.28% for that, for an overall growth for both of these accounts of 11.69%. Now, I had wanted to reach a $25,000 goal for this year for these two accounts, meaning the combined total, I wanted to reach $25,000. Well, I have exceeded that by $2,094.66. But of course, that can always change because the market always changes. But if I can keep this trajectory along with these deposits that I have here for the I'm trying to deposit $300 per month into Fidelity, which would be $1,800 more in deposits for that account, and an additional $900 in deposits for my Roth. I can maybe get to 30K. I don't know. It's kind of an unofficial goal. I'm not really fixated on it. But, you know, if it reaches that, I will be extremely excited because that would far exceed what I had hoped to get to just by the end of December 2026. So we're looking good right now. So that is my update for June 2026 in my bridge accounts. Those accounts will hopefully build up and be able to carry me through from early retirement to formal retirement age. All right, y'all, this is going to be a relatively quick cash stuffing because honestly, I'm not rushing to do this. I'm doing the 100 envelope challenge, but the funds will be going to my Roth IRA contribution for next year, for the year of 2027. So I don't have to put that much pressure on myself. I'm just going to do this as I can. I know if you have seen my most recent video, I did a collaboration with Abigail from Blessed Budgets by Abigail, Sharma Budgets, and Lifted Up and Living. And in that challenge, I saved $18, but I only had a $20. So I decided to tip myself the $2. Thanks to DeFam Adventures for giving me that suggestion. I tipped myself the $2 and kept the full $20, and that is going to go into my Roth savings, because on my last update I'm on number 32 and I needed $20 to close that one out. So I'm going to use that 20 bucks to close out number 32. And then I'm going to see how many more of these I can fill in. So that's where we're going to start today. So I'm going to take this 20. Take my little sticky off. And go ahead and stuff this in number 32. I should have $12 in here. So 20, 30, 1, and 2. And I'll put that in here. So 32 is complete. And let's see what I can stuff here. So 33, I can stuff that. 20, 30, 1, 2, 3. Whatever's left over will just go back in my wallet for some spending cash. Like I said, I'm not rushing this. I've got time, but it's going to be little by little anyway, because as the numbers get bigger, you know, the more money it takes to fill them. So that's 33. And I don't know about y'all, but saving is hard. I mean, I know we do these fun challenges and all, and we say, oh, we're having fun saving, and we do have fun. However, saving money is hard. So that's 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because even if you can save money, there's always that feeling of, I could think of something else I could do with this. I could think of a million other things that I could do, fun things I could do with this money. It's not just a simple getting joy out of saving money. I mean, I guess some people do. Some people just get joy out of the ability to save money, and that's great. I am not one of those people. I kind of like doing stuff. So 25, 35. So we're going to stuff 35. Then I may be able to get one more in. But yeah, I mean, I like to save and all, but, you know, saving is not the end-all, be-all. 35, 6. So, 36. So, we did finish this page. So, that's progress, y'all. That's progress. It is better than nothing. So we were able to complete 33, 34, 35, 36, and we finished off 32. So I'm going to tally that. 20 and 32, and then 33, 34, 35, 36. So we're stuffing $158 today. So I'm not mad about that. We're making progress, y'all. I mean, I'm not, we put so much pressure on ourselves, y'all. So much pressure. Oh, pay this off, save this, do that. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's even harder now with the economy, and it's just, I've been trying to practice giving myself some grace these days. Giving myself a little bit of grace. Because the fact that I'm even trying to do this is something. It's worth something. So if you're trying to save, if you're doing a little bit at the time, no matter how much that is, it could be, I don't know, $5. It could be 50 cents. If you're doing it and you're putting that effort in, do not beat yourself up. Just be glad. Because like I said, I don't know about for everybody else, but for me, saving is not an easy thing. Every time I save something, I think about, oh, I could have bought this, or I could have used that money for that. I could have done this or that. So, it's the 16th. And we are saving $158. So that is $331 that we've saved, and I did do that, so I'm going to check that off. That was my reminder to put $20 in number 32. So, like I said, we've saved $331 toward that $950, because level 2, we're on level 2, and it takes $950 to close that out. So, I'll know that I get there once I complete envelope 50. So, that's where we are, y'all. That is where we are. And we have a total of 183 plus, we saved $325 in level 1. 325 plus 183 plus 158. Ew, I don't like that total. Ew, I just almost want to put another dollar in to make it different. It's $666. Don't like it. But that is what we've saved thus far toward our $5,050 goal to the finish of this. So we're going to take it a little bit at a time, y'all. So have a great day. Thank you for joining me today. And happy saving, y'all. Happy saving. Bye.